Welcome to our video lesson on multiplying decimals. Now some of you have worked with this before, so hopefully it will be a bit of a review, or all of you should have seen it before, but we're going to go through it anyways. Please take the time to fill in the blanks for your steps. So write down whatever missing words are, but we'll read through them right now. Write vertically, and do not line up the decimals. Multiply like normal. Count the number of decimal places in each factor, and then the last step is to add that many decimal places to the product or answer. Don't worry if the steps don't make 100% sense right now, we'll do an example. Please write this example down on your guided note. Alright, let's start with step 1. Write vertically, and do not line up the decimals. So, my problem is 23 and 41 hundredths times 5 and 7 tenths. I'm going to write them vertically, but not line up the decimals. So I have 23 and 41 hundredths, make my decimal more obvious, there we go, times 5 and 7 tenths. Notice that my decimals are not lined up. Alright, step 1 is done. Let's do step 2, multiply like normal. Awesome, I know how to do that. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 2 is 23. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16. Then we add the 0 for the next line and continue with the 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. And then we add them together. 7 plus 0 is 7. 8 plus 5 is 13. 3 plus 1 is 4. 6 plus 7 is 13. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And then this is just our 1. Awesome. Multiplied like normal. Done. Next step. Count the number of decimal places in each factor. Alright, factors are the two numbers that we've multiplied to get our answer or our product. So these are our factors up here. It says count the number of decimal places. So I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, because there's 2 decimal places in the first factor. In our second factor, there's 1 decimal place. So that is a total of 3 decimal places in my factors. Then I go down to my product or my answer. And I start on the far right, beside the 7 over here, and I go 1, 2, 3. And I put my decimal place right there because there were 3 up here, so I put 3 in the bottom. And my answer is 133 and 437 thousandths. Alright, now we're done the first example. If you'd like to, you can watch this example or continue. We're going to do another one. Please write this example down on your guided note as well. We're going to follow our steps again. So our first step is to write it vertically and not line up the decimals. Here we have 6 and 72 hundredths times 9 and 234 thousandths. I'm going to write it with the larger number on top because it is easier to multiply that way. And also that is using the commutative property of multiplication, so it doesn't matter, we'll get the same answer. 6. Multiply them together. Next step, multiply like normal. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 9 is 18. Done with the 2. Add our go 0. 7 times 4 is 20. Oh, I'm having a hard time writing this 2. So write a little 2 right there. It should be above, but I can't write it on my screen. There. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 2 is 23. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16. 7 times 9 is 63, plus 1 is 64. Now moving on to the next digit, so I put 2 zeros in here. And I'm just going to tidy this up here to feel a little better. This is a 3. Excellent. Now, 6 times 4 is 20. Same problem. Pretend there's a 2 up there. 24. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 1 is 55. Now we're going to add them all together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. 4 plus 3 plus 4 is 12. 8 plus 6 plus 1 is 15. 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4 is 10. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 1 is 12. 5 plus 1 is 6. Alright, we've multiplied like normal. Our next step is to count the number of decimal places in our factors. So again, we're going back up here and counting how many decimal places there are. And this looks like there's a decimal place there, but there is not. So I'm going to fix that right now. This is a 2 and a 3. Excellent. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 decimal places in my factors. So in my answer, I need 5 decimal places. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my answer is going to be 62 and 5,248 or 10 thousandths. I'm going to write that over here because it might be a little bit hard for you to see it. But our answer is 62. Decimal 0, 5, 2, 4, 8. Alright, down below I just have another problem for you to think about. Don't worry about writing down the problem, but we can figure this out without even doing any math. You are multiplying 9 and 876 thousandths times 5 and 4,321 10,000ths. How many decimal places does the answer have? For this problem, all we have to do is count the number of decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And our answer would have 7 decimal places. D, P. Alright, that's all for now. I'll talk to you later.